Chief.
Well, Unati, at this point, you could see this is still an active scene. It is live. We still have some police dogs that have been brought in here. Police have cordoned off this area. This is another side, I think, of the Hennops River. I think it still is. I'll confirm with police in just a moment. In fact, police are confirming to me it is indeed the Hennops River. This is the other side of the Hennops River where you can see some of the divers. Look right there, Kwazi. There's some of the divers that have just come out of this water. We understand that this is where the fifth body has been found. I'm going to bring in now General Shadrack Sibia. General, if you could come this way for us. Thank you very much, sir. Still very much active, the scene at the moment. I see your divers have just come out. This is where the fifth body was found, I understand.
Yes, indeed. This is where we found the fifth body, that of a woman. We can't confirm at this point in time as to who it is, but we do have a body of a woman in there. We're just waiting for all the forensic experts to do their job, and then we can take it from there.
This is sort of down from where we were. Any indications? I see your divers have just come from checking that particular spot where the body was found, this fifth body.
Yes, this is as a result of the search from the experts, from the divers, as they've been coming with the dogs following the river from that side of Hennops to from the N1 side up to where we are now. It's almost between 8 and 10 kilos.
Yeah. So we don't know at this particular stage. I mean, it's still very too early to tell if at all this is linked to the matter which is currently under investigation. Perhaps you could also give us an update of where the families are now. They have arrived. It was confirmed that the families are with the National Police Commissioner, still getting a brief, and they will go and identify the bodies that have been found.
Yes, it is indeed so that they were being briefed where they are now or where they are kept. But this is a very sensitive scene. They cannot be brought here now live. So we are still busy processing this scene now. Coming out of this scene, then we'll be then briefing or updating the National Commissioner together with the family where they are.
All right, General Shadrack Sibia, thank you very much. We do appreciate police have been giving us consistent updates about what has taken place, but we're live now at the scene where this fifth body was found. Just take a look at some of the divers here. Ask my colleague Kwazi Manzi to show you here. These are the divers that were inside together with the police dog. They were the ones who had obviously made this discovery here of the fifth body. We are not sure at the stage. Remember, there's an identification process that still needs to take place. It's a fifth body. We don't know if it's related to this matter at this particular time. The General confirming that the families of the missing police officers are still in Pretoria. They are being briefed by the National Police Commissioner, and the understanding was that once that was done, they would be brought to the scene so that they would be able to identify or perhaps come to the scene as well. The identification process as well, that would include DNA, it will include fingerprints and a host of processes that need to be followed before that identification is made. But the families being brought in means that they would then be taken to the mortuary, Unati, and once that has taken place, then they will be brought to the scene. So this is where we are at the moment. We'll show you this ambulance has also been brought in here. The divers that I showed you a little bit earlier on are the divers that had gone in and essentially made this discovery. It is a couple of kilometers away from where we were earlier broadcasting from, Unati, and that perhaps might have meant that the body might have flown to, or I beg your pardon, gone downstream to where we are at this particular stage. But this particular scene still very active. These are the personnel, of course, that were brought in. These are the divers that made this gruesome discovery of this fifth body. The situation at this particular time still very unclear in terms of whether at all, Unati, this is the link, because with so many bodies that have now been found, it's very difficult to say. Once police, of course, have done their work and the identification process has been complete, we would definitely then be able to say whether all of these bodies, if are related to this particular investigation that is currently underway. So it is the body of a female, confirmed by General Shadrack Sibiya, the body of a female that was found at this second location now. We're expecting to get a brief from the National Police Commissioner a little bit later on, Fani Masimula, about exactly what police at this particular point, what details they have of this discovery, whether it is linked to this incident. Now remember, relating to the police officers that had gone missing, at this particular stage it is still not clear where the vehicle, the VW vehicle, polo vehicle is. What we were told by police a bit earlier on is at the first scene where we were, at that scene they managed to find some parts of a VW polo. Now this is a VW polo that these missing police officers were traveling in, but all of that identification still needs to be done. We did see forensics had been busy. The team seems to be going back towards that particular scene at this stage. They're cordoning off much of where we understand this fifth body was discovered, and I think the process now is that as these experts, the divers themselves, together with the police dog, will head towards that area. I'm not sure at this particular time if the body itself has been retrieved, but will remain here on location. But also we need to be quite sensitive about how all of that happens, Unati, because you must remember the families that have been brought to Pretoria to identify the bodies that have been retrieved. They are still going through that process at the moment. So unfortunately, as all of this is unfolding, you've got families who are desperate to find out if indeed the bodies of those individuals that were found are their relatives. So at this particular stage, what we do see there is the divers who had been part of this operation are expected to continue. Perhaps, I'm not sure at this stage if this speaks to perhaps a retrieval of the body. I'm yet to perhaps get a sense of that at this time, but we'll certainly get an update from the National Police Commissioner, Fani Masimula, about where do all 5 of these bodies filter into this investigation that we've been speaking about. It's a very complex matter at this stage, because the bodies themselves have not yet been identified, or at least we have not yet been briefed by the National Police Commissioner whether the families who were expected to go and identify those bodies have already done so. And we did see forensics at the first scene where we were. They had been collecting some evidence, and there you have. I'm not sure if one of those divers, they're just trying to check the stability of this particular barrier here. And these are live pictures from a second location now, Unati, where a fifth body has been found. Very difficult to say at this particular stage whether this is at all linked to the current matter which is under investigation, but I can confirm to you that the families of those missing police officers are still with the National Police Commissioner at this particular stage. They're going through the process of identification, and only then will we be told if at all some of those bodies that were retrieved do belong to those of the missing police officers. Unati, I'll take it back to you for now, but we'll remain on this location, on this latest discovery now, of course, of this fifth body that has been recovered from the Hennops River.
Criselda, thank you so much for that. Of course, this is the breaking news story of the day, a fifth body being discovered there. And of course, Criselda Lewis, our senior reporter on the other side of Hennops River, where all these discoveries have been made since yesterday. As Criselda has said, it's still early days at this point in time to link those discoveries with the 3 police officers that went missing last Wednesday. But we will give you blow-by-blow coverage, as we have been doing right here on the SABC News Channel.